This one right here is one of the easiest coin vanishes that there is. You can make it two ways, like this, where you pretend to take the coin, but in reality you throw it to your lap, or like this, where you saw the coin, you rub it against the table, and the coin vanishes, but in reality is also in your lap. Okay, so for the first method, you have to actually try to grab the coin in as you will usually grab it, okay? So you can take notice of some movements that you are making. For example, when you try to grab the coin, you come with 4 fingers covering the coin, but when you reach the edge of the table, your thumb goes underneath the table and underneath the coin so it can grab it. So that's the natural movement, and that's the movement that you have to make, but instead of grabbing the coin, you have to let the coin fall to the edge of the table, but making the same movement, making as if your thumb is grabbing the coin and making as if you have something in your hand, but in reality you don't have. So you can pretend to put it in your hand, snap, and the coin vanishes. Okay, so that's the first step, to learn how you would grab a coin and then make the same movement but throwing the coin into your lap right here. Okay, so have the legs closed so the coin doesn't fall. And then there's the second method, where you grab the coin and the coin also vanishes. How do you make this movement? It's really simple. When you make a circle, the first half of the circle, the coin goes from the front to the back, and then the second half goes from the back to the front. So when you're rubbing, you're going to make circles, but you're going to be pushing the coin to the edge of the table, only making pressure on the first half of the movement. Okay, so this is the exposed view. Of course, you will be hiding the coin. If you only make pressure on the first half, the coin will move backwards until it reaches the edge of the table. Okay, so we will be covering, and then we will be moving the coin backwards. If we cover it, the movement is the same. It seems as if we are rubbing, but the coin is not already there. It's right here. Okay, so for this, we're just going to make leave the coin like 1 palm of separation from the edge, and then we're going to make this movement, this circle, and we're going to be pushing the coin backwards until it reaches the edge, of course covering so it's completely invisible. And this is the vanish, where you can pretend to take the coin, or you can rub, and while you rub, the coin completely vanishes. For this, you need 2 regular coins that look the same, a glass, and also this trick that is called Coin Through Glass 2.0. It's available at many stores. We also have it available at our Spanish shop, magicardistry.com. You have the link in the description, but probably you can find it somewhere else. Okay, so how does this work? Right here, we have a small dot, okay, that you can see. So we're going to pinch with our index and thumb in that position. And when we're going to hit our left hand in the opposite side, like so. So the gate opens. Okay, now that we have the gate open, we can press with our thumb right here until we hear this sound. Okay, this means that the trick is loaded. We can put a coin inside and close. And now we're going to face the dot towards the spectator, so it's more invisible. Okay, so if we have it facing some side, maybe it's a little bit visible like this, you can see it, but if it's facing the spectator, it's completely invisible. And also, if the spectators see the trick from a high point, it's better if they are standing up or maybe sitting close to the trick, because it's even more invisible. Okay, so when you see it from the top, it's more invisible, but if you're seeing it at an angle, it's better if the point is facing the spectator, so it's completely invisible. And now the trick is almost self-working, more or less. You only need to place a glass that is the same size as the coin through glass and make a vanish of the coin. You can make the vanish we just learned, where you pretend to take the coin, but in reality you leave it in the edge of the table. You throw it to your lap. Okay, so you pretend to take the coin, and you're just going to make this movement, okay, like this. You're going to press, and the coin is going to jump from the gate to the top. Okay, so that's one way you can make it. Okay, so you open, press, load the coin, close, put the dot towards the spectator, show the coin, show the glass. okay? Make any vanish you want and just make a little pressure and the coin jumps and appears inside the glass. You can show it and this is examinable. Even you can hand it to the spectator this if you feel confident, because it's very difficult to open. Even if you make this movement, you won't be able to open. Only if you grab this side and make this movement really hard. That's the only way to open it. So even this is more or less examinable. I don't feel comfortable giving this to a spectator, but you can, okay, if you want. That's one way of doing it. The way I did it in the presentation is I put the glass, I leave the coin right here, and when I put my both hands on top, what I do is I pinch in Italian palm, okay? So with my thumb and the joint between the index and my palm right there, I pinch the coin right there and I hide it in this position, okay? So from the front it's not seen, but what I do is I cover, I pinch the coin and make the movement, the coin appears, and then I move my hands backwards, okay? So I have the coin right here. I just rest the hands in the edge of the table and I leave the coin in my lap. And now again, I can show everything very freely and the spectator can even examine the coin, the glass, and this if you feel confident. For this trick, you're going to use the 4 coins that the spectator sees and an extra coin that you're going to hide in this muscle that connects the palm to the thumb. You're going to hide it in this muscle because it gives you a lot of freedom. If you move this coin from this muscle to the fingertip, you need to hide it more, so the movements are less natural. That's why you need to hide it right here. So you can move your fingers, have this natural feeling, move the coins around, and have a lot of freedom. But when you're going to begin the trick, you need to reposition this coin to the fingertips. So for this, you're just going to relax and move the coin from the back to the front of your hand, okay? So for this, you have the coin hidden in this muscle. You show the 4 coins like this. You extend them with your index and thumb. You're going to extend them as much as you can because the extension that you need is the same as your hand, because with one hand you need to be able to cover both coins, okay? So that's the extension you need. Now that the coins are in this position, you're just going to relax, and when you relax, you move the coin to your fingertips, okay? So at the beginning, the coin is right here, okay? So you have a lot of freedom with your fingers, but then you relax, leave the coin, and then move your hand back and reposition it right here, okay? So if this is in real time, this will look like this. You move the coins, you just relax, and then you have the coin right here. Now the movement is going to be always the same, from the right to the left, from the left to the right, okay? In diagonal. And now you're going to leave the coin in the top right corner, okay? So you leave it right there. You grab the bottom right coin, you leave it in the left, and then grab the top coin. Okay, so in reality, what you're doing is you are leaving this coin right here, you're moving this coin from this side to this side, and you are grabbing the other coin. Okay, all that in a smooth movement looks like this. Okay, so it's very visual. Then you're going to go back again, and you're going to grab this coin with the same muscle, with this muscle right here. Okay, so you grab that coin, you leave the coin that you had in the fingertips, and now for the last coin, you're going to do the movement that we just learned to make a vanish right here in the edge of the table, in which you wrap, and while you wrap, the coin vanishes because it drops right here at the edge of the table. Okay, so for this, you need to make a circular motion, so the coin moves backward little by little. Okay, so this is the exposed view. You will be of course covering the coin, but you make this movement and the coin is going backwards until it reaches the edge and it falls into your lap, okay? So at the same time that you make this movement, you cover right here and you show that the coin has vanished from this side and it has appeared in this side. And now you're completely clean. You can show the 4 coins very clean, hand it for examination, and whenever you are ready, you can just grab the coin that you have in your lap, leave it in your pocket, and that's it, okay?